In data storytelling, we're often talking about making sure that we are presenting actionable insights and not just data. But what does that actually mean? Hello, I'm Kate Norris from Presentation Boss, and that is what we are talking about today, presenting actionable insights and not just data. So let's get into it. Let me make my face a bit smaller. Okay, for the purposes of this exercise, I'm going to assume that we've got some financial data. And what our data has told us is that we were, for the month, quarter, year, whatever, we were 20% ahead of budget. So this is what I would call information. This is purely just data, and it is backwards looking. We're looking into the past. It's not particularly helpful. It gives us information. It doesn't give us insight. So then the first question that's always going to be asked is, so what? What does that actually mean? So then the next step is to take that into the present. So that means that maybe our cost saving initiative is working. And that gives us an idea of what's going on today. And it does provide a little bit more idea of what's actually happening. And so this is what I would call an insight to what that data is actually telling us and how does that affect us today. But then the next stage of kind of maturing that presentation is to give some more information about what we could do in the future. And let's move me. This is to move to an actionable insight. This is where you start to provide proper value to the organization because we've got the data, we know what it's telling us about today, but then how can we use that data to move forward and make it actionable? And that might be, we need to continue that cost saving program for 6 months, whatever. But this is where your value starts to come in because you've got that data and it's what can we then do in the future with that data. So if you're an analyst and you are simply presenting information, if you're still kind of presenting where we are, what the data has told us, try and move to that next stage of presenting insight. What does that actually mean? And then once you've done that, again, try and move to the future. What does that mean for the organization going forward? How can we use that data? I trust that this has been helpful. If you would like to upskill your team in data storytelling, hit me up, send me a message, call me, email, you know how to communicate. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you next time.